Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about probably a pretty bit of a taboo subject with runners and in general is shoes that are replicas or fakes. Okay, I purchased these pair here of Adidas Pro 4s. I have a contact in China and look, I suspected they were not originals. I was prepared to do it. Look, it is what it is. Don't hate me on it. We all do things different. I haven't got an issue with it. If you want to buy originals, most of my, if not all, most of my other shoes are all originals. I decided to go down this path on this occasion because I wanted to see what the quality was like and compare it to other shoes. Look, as we know, is trainers are very expensive. Pro 4s obviously retail for $360, which is a lot of money for some people. I looked at a few different sites, obviously, and I spoke to a couple of different people and decided to go ahead with this particular person here. They cost me 130 Australian dollars. So look, to be honest, I knew that they weren't going to be originals, so I knew that there was going to be some sort of issues, but at $130 I was prepared to spend the money. Look, I'll quickly go through the specs. Look, I don't know if the specs are exactly the same as the Pro 4. Obviously, to me, I haven't ran in an authentic pair of Pro 4s, but I have tried a pair on, so I do know what they look like and the feel without running. So yeah, I'll just quickly go through the specs. In the heel, it's 39 in the heel, down to 33 in the forefoot with a 6mm drop. The midsole is the new Light Strike Pro 2.0, with that as well. You definitely, even in this pair as well, you can definitely feel it's a lot softer. So I do believe that the midsole compound is pretty spot on for what they've put in there. The upper, it's a synthetic upper. Look, from the threes, it's definitely a better upper than the threes. It's a bit of a different and a bit of a weird feeling on your foot, I believe. Not very breathable at all. It's a typical race shoe, to be honest. The heel counter is pretty soft, not too much in it. Little bit, not too much. Little bit of padding through the heel counter there as well, so it's not too bad. The tongue is stitched in on the sides, so it's a good tongue. It's not very long. It's pretty short, but it's got a little bit of padding on the top there. You don't really need a runner's knot, I don't think, on there as well. I'm a US 11.5 and I bought the 11.5. Being a race shoe, you generally know that they are pretty snug. I think probably with a race shoe, you really want it snug. So it fits okay. If it was just a daily for me, I probably would go up half a size. So I probably would stick with what you know with a race shoe is pretty snug. You're not really going to use it apart from racing and maybe some bits and pieces, but not a great deal. This is the part where I knew it was a fake. Obviously, you go to the outsole, you've got the Conti rubber on the toe there, and then you've got also the light traction outsole rubber. There's a few giveaways there. It doesn't say it's light traction as well. But the biggest one giveaway for me was obviously with the energy rods 2.0. You look down, and I looked down when he sent the picture and it looked legit, but now obviously as soon as you get it out of the box, you notice that they're no energy rods. They're just a bit of foam blacked out there as well. So look, not great, but come to expect that, I suppose, if you're prepared to buy replicas. They're not going to be completely true. Look, to be honest, they are pretty stiff, and I think that's to do with the foam. So they are pretty stiff. I was sceptical till I ran and it thought, look, maybe it is carbon, but it definitely isn't carbon. I've so far taken these out for 2 runs. I've run about 40 kilometres in them. Look, if it's pretty close to what it says it is, look, it's a fantastic shoe. It really is. It's definitely noticeable from the 3s to the 4s with the midsole, a lot softer, great energy return, and I found that obviously at slower speeds it was fantastic, and picking up the pace also was just spot on as well. I think I've done 2 runs, and I think probably my first run was probably a 15, 16k progression type run, and my second one was, I think, about a 20 to 25 kilometre longer run with a bit of marathon pace. And to be honest, they are good. Look, the legit ones would be definitely better than the fake ones, no doubt, but I still find, for, as I said, for $130, you've got a pretty good shoe here. Because it hasn't got the energy rods, you can definitely feel them in the heel a bit of instability. Not a great deal, but you can feel a little bit of a wobble going through there. But I do believe that a lot of other people have said that even with the rods, you can feel a bit of instability back there. So I'm not too concerned about that. I'm a pretty neutral sort of runner. I'm a bit wary of it, but I've not had any problems with too unstable or too much wobble, so I'm okay with it. Would I use this specific pair in a race? I definitely would for a half. There's no ifs and buts. I wouldn't use it for a marathon because it probably doesn't have enough stability with the propulsion. I got it up to some pretty good paces. In my head, I felt like it didn't sustain the paces and hold me there, but it definitely, the foam is fantastic. So if you went down this path and bought it as just a daily trainer, you'd mash it pretty fast. Overall, the replica itself, the stitching is fantastic. It looks spot on. It's absolutely spot on. There's not a lot, apart from the energy rods, it looks pretty spot on. There's not a lot of difference. The only thing is on the light lock, there's not complete coverage on a few of the sections of the midsole, so I think that'll get chewed pretty quick. But you know what, at $130, I'm okay with it. As I said, I've got a half marathon before my marathon in March. I'll use it for that to see what it's like. I'm not too concerned about times, but I'll definitely use it. I'll also use this for speed, tempo work, and also the occasional long run as well, because that Light Strike Pro is soft, responsive, and what I've noticed just on the 2 runs is it certainly helps the knees and the legs. Look, that's about it. What I'll say on that. You know, I'm probably going to get a few haters and a few comments, nasty comments, to say, "Oh, you bought fakes. You're not supporting the industry." It is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm okay with it. If you are, great. If you're not, you're not. Look, throw me a comment. If you've got a bit of hate, look, please refrain from that. But it's your call. You tell me what you feel. Would I do it again? Look, probably not. It's probably just something I wanted to sort of see what was out there. Look, the market these days is full of replicas. It is what it is. Do I support the big boys? Not with pricing, absolutely not, but generally with trainers I do. There's always going to be a market. There's always people that can't afford them. So yeah, look, you know, each to their own, I say. So I'm pretty happy with what I've got. And I'll run them into the ground. I don't expect a lot of durability out of them. I suspect after probably 400 kilometres they'll be pretty mashed, but you know what, I'll have fun while they last. So yeah, thanks guys. If you like what you hear, press the like button. drop us a comment on what you think about this. I know it's a pretty controversial subject. I just wanted to bring it to light. Don't see a lot of people doing it. I'm going to be transparent. I'll tell the truth. It is what it is. I'm not concerned about it. But yeah, if you want to subscribe to the channel, I'm going to do some different stuff, not just on shoes. Just subscribe, and I'll catch you around. See you next time. Bye.